answering a couple of questions, maybe having a little discussion. What do you think companies are going to do with respect to their M&A activity? Are they going to wait for some of the stuff to kick in, or do you think they're going to kind of get their deal done now, just so they don't face the uncertainty? Or where do you think lots of corporations either selling or getting involved in or buying or what have you? Where do you think they're going to be at when it comes to making a move? Are they going to wait, or are they going to just do it now?
Excellent question. So a year ago, we were wondering that as well. And I had clients of my own come to me, because I usually do sell side, and I had clients come to me and say, hey, you know what, I've got this opportunity to sell my business, but I think I should wait because rates might go down. And my advice to them then, and as it is now, is you should not wait. Don't let tax reform drive your decision, because it is not at all certain that we're going to get it. Plus, it may end up being worse, right? Because remember what I said about the expenditure side. We might end up with provisions at the end of the day in some bargain that makes a deal a lot more expensive for a buyer. So I think people had been waiting for a while. My experience is this is a big year for M&A in the middle market, for us anyway. I think they stopped waiting. And I think there's enough skepticism among the business community that there's going to be tax reform that's going to favor anybody in this. We'll see, though, after the proposal comes out this week, though. If we see proposals that pretty clearly have lower rates and some sort of 179 expensing and full expensing, and maybe does something with the 15-year amortization, if it looks very favorable to M&A, then people will wait. What you're really asking is if we expect to have retroactivity. And that might have been true. We might have thought that 6 months ago, but nobody expects, I don't think anybody expects us to have retroactivity to 2017 for any of these tax proposals now. I don't think we think we're going to get it done this year. Like I said, Dean Heller, Senator Heller from Nevada, said he expects to be working on Christmas on this and probably have it finished at the end of hopefully by the end of the year. Several senators have expressed that view, that they'd like to have a proposal, a joint proposal by Thanksgiving and a bill by the end of the year. So, yeah, you're right. Given what comes out this week, people might decide to wait because of it, although I think that's a mistake.
All right, good. So the last question I want to ask you is, when do we think this is going to happen realistically? I mean, the Affordable Care Act was supposed to be repealed on day one. So when do you think this one's going to see some traction? Yeah,
like I said, people are expecting us to get an announcement of a plan this week, and then Congress and Senate will go to work. Hopefully we can have something on a joint committee by Thanksgiving, and something hammered out by the end of the year. That's the timetable that I've been hearing people talk about, and that doesn't sound like it should be, but that's actually pretty optimistic. The key takeaway is we all should be paying attention during the week, keeping an eye out, keeping an eye on this, watching what happens. This is really sort of the very best chance we've had for tax reform in 30-some years. If it's ever going to happen, it's going to happen now, and it'll be big. And these are big provisions that we're talking about. These are big sea changes in how things get done. So it's something that all of us, individual, business, or international, ought to be very concerned about.